All right, I'm here with head coach Mike Jones of the Lincoln football team. Coach, last week you opened your home slate against Southwest Baptist due to an injury to your starting quarterback. It was the first start for Owen Jordan. How did you think that he did?
I think OJ did a good job. Like I said, he did a good job managing the game. It was his first game in almost 2 years. So, I thought he came out. The thing about being someone that hadn't played in a while, try to make sure they stay calm because you get too excited. And I thought he had a great, even keel throughout the game. I think he did a solid job, and he'll be better this week.
Oh, in the first half you were running the ball very well, especially with Morris. I think he had close to 150 yards just in that first half. Second half it was a little different because you got behind, you had to start throwing more. What kind of adjustments will the offense be making over the week to try and kind of balance it out a little bit more?
Well, I think, like I said, we ran the ball extremely well the first half. Morris hit a couple big runs. I think Southwest Baptist did a good job of adjusting. And like I said, we just got to do a better job of making halftime adjustments ourselves, on offense, defense, and special teams, and from there we'll be fine.
Well, in the first week, the defense, your defense had a little bit of trouble with the run. It seemed like Langston, late in the game, was breaking off some big runs, and that kind of sealed the game for them. Last week, though, you pretty much shut down Southwest Baptist's running game, but they also have a really good passing game, and they were able to pick you apart there. What's the key to finding balance on defense as we prepare for Quincy?
Well, I think on the back end we got to tackle better. We missed a bunch of tackles on the back end. When you're throwing the ball downfield, you have a pass that might be 10 yards, and you miss 2 tackles, you go from a 10-yard gain to a 50 or 60-yard gain, and that's what we got to eliminate. We have got to get guys on the ground. We have opportunity. I thought the running game against the run defense was excellent last week. I think they ran for 40 yards on 32 carries, so that's a great job. That's a testament to those guys up front and the secondary. We just got to do a better job of getting the quarterback down when we had opportunity to get sacks, and when they throw the ball and complete a pass, we got to make tackles.
Well, we talked about Morris Henderson in the day that he had. Who else stood out from you?
I think that a couple guys played well. You look at Paul Dobson. Paul played an exceptional game. It was his second game. I thought that Kareem Jordan did a great job. Treston Pulley played exceptionally well. Up front, I thought Delano's first game, Delano Johnson did a solid job. Lawrence Caillou. So I thought we did a good job up front. On the back end, like I said, we just got to do a better job of tackling. I think our tackling wasn't as good as we'd like it, and because of that, and they had a good receiver. The kid that hit us for 200 yards had 200 yards a week before, so he's a good football player. We got to realize we can't make good footballs great football players. We got to keep them and control them, and when we do that, we'll be fine.
Well, this week you've got Quincy. It's going to be the first ever meeting between the two programs. What have you seen from them as far as breaking down their film?
You know what? They run the ball well. I think they have good, solid offensive line play. The quarterback is a good football player. He's able to move around. He's an athletic kid. They do a lot of sprint outs, things like that. Running back's a good running back. Defensively they're exceptional as far as causing turnovers and making tackles in the backfield. We just have to, like I said, make sure up front we handle the front. We got defensive line got to play well, offensive line has to play well, and we got to, as always, take care of the football.
Well, they don't just run the ball well, but they're also pretty high in the GLVC as far as stopping the run. I'm not entirely sure about the teams that they've played, but obviously it's going to be a task for your running game. How are you going to try and prepare for that?
But as always, we got to get a hat on the head. When we do a good job up front, is that everyone knows what they're doing up in the front, and then the running backs make the right reads, the quarterback makes the right read, and then they do your job. Because those guys, like I said, they're going to make plays because the way they are on defense, they do stunts, they do different things. We just got to make sure we get guys a hat on the hat and knock them off the ball.
How is the mood been at practice this week? I know a couple days ago you had a team dodgeball game. How's that going?
I think it was going well. We had so many new guys on this team, and we have got to figure out how our new guys meet our guys that have been here. We had almost 60 new players, student athletes. When you had that many, an influx of that many new guys, and you had the seniors that we had last year, we had almost 30 seniors last year. So you take 30 seniors leaving, 60 new guys coming in, leadership roles changing, all those different things. You have so many different dynamics you try to put together in 21 days, before your first game. It's tough. So we're 28 days, no, actually 32 days into it, and I think we're still in jail as a team, and that's what we need. We need to do the dodgeball. I think a couple of those guys want to take me out anyway, so it was good for the whole team.
It sounds like the team's having some fun.
Yeah, that's good. You know what? And that's what it's about. When you have opportunity, things gonna start taking care of themselves. We want to win football games. But if it becomes where it's just a job and you're showing up, you get results where you don't want, where guys just gonna go out there and just go through the motions. We want guys playing for each other, knowing who they're playing with, and then everyone has the same common goal of winning. And when you have those different things, that's what's gonna happen.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for your time and good luck this week.
All right, thank you.